Okay, so we are recording, and I'm going to share some slides with y'all tonight, talking about healthy weight. And like I was saying, I love this time of year. I think it's a wonderful time of year, but between Christmas and New Year's, after Thanksgiving and Christmas, and people may feel, and I feel this way, like, oh my gosh, I overindulged a bit, and we were at different parties and different things with food and drinks and, wonderful things, and sharing with friends and family is a wonderful time. But this time now, in between Christmas and New Year's, is a time that many people, and perhaps that's why you're here tonight, I suspect a lot of us, including myself, are ready to make a little bit of a healthy change for the new year and get started on a good note for 2018. So tonight we're going to share some things, and I'm going to get my screen shared here. So if you can, if you think you're going to have background noise, please go ahead and mute your phone or iPad or computer. You'll see in the bottom left, if you're on a computer, there's a mute button. If you think you're going to have background noise, please feel free to do that. And I'm going to get my screen shared here so everybody can see the slides. Okay, so you should be able to see that. Let's see. I'm just going to do one. There we go. Can you all see the slides that I put up? Just give me a thumbs up if you can. Awesome. Okay. So like I said, we're going to do this health chat tonight. And we're going to be talking about healthy weight. That's the topic of our health chat. We're going to be talking about a cleanse that we have starting January 3rd. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for a big change and really changing your mindset around food and maybe losing some weight and inches and just kind of getting the new year off on a good note, that's going to be starting here really soon. So I'm going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to be talking about diet and exercise and supplementation and Shaklee 180, which I love, love, love. And I'm just going to show you here on this first slide because you can see some of my pictures from when Shaklee 180 came out a handful of years ago. This is the program that I used to lose the baby weight. And many of you know I have two wonderful little boys that are 7 and 9 years old right now. And there they are in that picture there with my husband, David. And my story, which I'll just kind of give you a little bit of a backdrop if you're not familiar with what we're going to talk about with Shaklee, is that I was a Shaklee kid. I am a Shaklee kid. My parents found Shaklee in the mid-1970s before I was born. And that's kind of what we're going to talk a lot about tonight. And if you're looking to make that change, you're looking to lose, a little bit of weight or a lot of weight or some inches or gain energy or like me, change sugar cravings and carb cravings. That's always my weakness. And making some changes around your mindset around food. This is a really, really great place to be tonight to learn. And if you want to make some of those changes that we talk about tonight, there's going to be some specials and even a special for all of you just for spending some time with us tonight at the end of December to learn a little bit. So stay tuned for that. But you can see here, this is after I had my children, and it's kind of a funny angle of that picture, but I was at my heaviest weight there. And more importantly, I think that I really want to point out that I was really just kind of a mess inside. Hormonally, I had very, very low energy. I wasn't balancing life and the stresses of having a premature baby, which is what Benjamin was at the time. And this is before I was using Shaklee products other than our cleaning products. And so I decided to make a change. During that time, I was doing it just out of convenience because the Shaklee shakes are really convenient to make and go. The snack bars, the meal bars, the energizing tea, all of that is really convenient to have in your car, in your purse. For me, it was going back and forth to the NICU where my very sick child was and balancing life with a toddler at home who always had me with him, and all of a sudden I wasn't there. And the stresses of just balancing all of that. And it was really hard. So I decided to start using some of these products and the vitamins just to kind of try to get some normalcy back in my, my life and my health so I could function. And that was a game changer for me, starting to use the Shaklee products again after I had taken a 12-year hiatus thinking I didn't need those vitamins that my mom always told me about was just really, really a blessing because it really changed things around for my whole family. And so as you can see here in my after picture, I had, I wish I would have hung on to these jeans. I gave them to Purple Heart or Goodwill or one of those places after I couldn't wear them anymore because they were too big. But I love this picture because it really shows that the program really helped me to lose those inches. And then you can see in my after when I actually did the program as directed, not just dabbling around, how it helped me to tone up. I was coupling that with exercise, and we're going to talk about that tonight. And I was able to lose, it really was about 15 pounds, 20 pounds, somewhere in there. I wasn't really keeping track like I wish I would have. A few pant sizes, several inches, and different parts of my body. And most importantly, the energy and the overall health. So I wanted to show that because the program works, and the things that we're going to talk about tonight really do work when people are ready to make that change. For me, it's been 7 years now, and I've been able to maintain. I still, use a shake in the morning for my breakfast because I love it. It's very convenient, very healthy way to just have a good, energizing breakfast on the go. And the snack bars, I look forward to those every day. I have one for my midday snack with my energizing tea, and I just love it. It's just a really good program that is enjoyable, not a chore. Okay. So tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about healthy weight. And like I said, we're going to kind of center this around some of the Shaklee products and the program that we're going to talk about as we talk tonight a little bit. But I love to show this slide because I realize that this time of year, if you're on social media, you're probably getting bombarded with every single weight loss program and diet and cleanse and reset, or whatever you want to call it, detoxing, that you can imagine. People are sharing and they're excited and they're passionate about what they're doing, which is fantastic. But what I want to show you tonight is coming from Shaklee. You're not going to find this anywhere else. You're not going to find this history and the innovation that Dr. Shaklee, who is our founder, made, the first multiple vitamin in 1915, the first protein powder for human consumption in 1960 from soy. And you're going to see he was the first to make the first biodegradable cleaning product. We have the wonderful cleaning lines and the vitamins and the supplements and so much. And that all is under the umbrella of everything being in harmony with nature as God intended. So the science and the integrity of what Shaklee puts into their products and the care that they put into that, not compromising quality for the bottom line, is not anywhere else in the industry that I've found. And so I'm really excited to share it with you guys tonight. So this is our founder, Dr. Forrest Shaklee, and this is our wonderful leader and CEO. This is Roger Barnett, who took Dr. Shaklee's original philosophy of everything being in harmony with nature into the current time. And I want to give this backdrop because when we're going to talk about the healthy weight products later tonight, it really kind of it sets the stage for understanding what the quality is that you're getting and what they're really about. So this is what our history is. And you can see here that we go beyond, purity. The purity and safety goes beyond organic. I get asked about organic a lot. And you can see here that's really, about the 100,000 quality tests that we do per year, screening for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, way more than the United States Pharmacopoeia requires. So there's no regulations on supplements or protein or weight loss programs. It's kind of on my honor. This is what it is. But with Shaklee, it's not just on my honor. It's here's the science, here's the proof, and it's pretty darn good. So you can see here, we have over 120 published papers and scientific presentations and more than 70 patents and patents pending. And I really like to talk about my husband, David, when I talk about the science, because he is, a lot of you know that he's a professor at the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, and he specializes in natural products, dietary supplements. He specializes in pharmaceuticals from natural products. And when David started to look at Shaklee and the science, he was really blown away because of the pharmaceutical standards and the third-party testing and the integrity and the quality that we get and that we prove that's unsurpassed in the industry. And he knows this because that's his area, that's his field. And he started to take the Shaklee supplements before I did because I was doing what my doctor told me to do being a pregnant person. And I wish I would have done what he did because maybe our story would have been a little bit different with Benjamin coming a little bit later than sooner, but that's okay because we have a wonderfully healthy little 7-year-old now, and I don't want to change that for the world. But I want to show you here on this landmark study that was done in 2007. This was done at UC Berkeley, and now they've come out with a landmark 2 that's about to be published. But this really showed they were comparing people who used long-term users of Shaklee supplements for over 20 years versus people who took no vitamins at all versus people who took XYZ multiple vitamin from wherever, and health food stores, GNC, Walmart, wherever. And what they found was across the board, the people who used the Shaklee supplements had healthier heart health, the biomarkers, cholesterol, homocysteine levels, C-reactive protein, all of that was healthier. And from that, they developed a wonderful supplement that I had a little strip here to show you. Some of you take this daily. This is Vitalizer, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit. But this came out of the Landmark study. And what they found was that supplements do work and brands do matter. And that was really important and really telling. Many people use Shaklee, not just ordinary people like me and some of you on the webinar tonight, but many people. The NASA astronauts and the whole Space Center has been using Shaklee for many, many years, and many United States Olympians and athletes, high-end athletes, use and trust Shaklee as well. Everything that we're going to talk about has a 100% money back guarantee. And now we're going to get to our chat about healthy weight. And so I wanted to give you that backdrop again for what we're going to talk about in a little bit. But I like this slide because I love visuals. I'm a visual learner, so maybe some of you are as well. And I like this because it says, better health starts with a healthy weight. So if we're carrying extra pounds, as I remember, when I was carrying that extra weight, I didn't feel good. And it affected so many different areas. And maybe some of you can relate to this. Our immune system is in there, digestion, stress, better overall health, liver health, heart health, our hair. I mean, so much in our body is related to what we're carrying on our body as far as excess weight. Our energy levels, the aging process, joint health, bone health, our mood. When we're not feeling good, at least for me, I tend to be a little bit more moody and not so much fun to be around. And you can see here, when we are able to lose that weight, even 5 pounds, even a few pounds off can really improve our overall quality of life, and this really can help us. So I like this picture because it shows how when we are able to change our weight, it affects so many different areas in our body. And so, you can see some of the examples: reduced risk for migraines and depression, reduced risk for sleep apnea, asthma severity. It helps to lower high blood pressure if you have that, high cholesterol, heart disease risk, and type 2 diabetes. And that really is on the rise in America. And I have a lot of people that I talk to who are dealing with that, or they're pre-diabetic. Lowering the risk of some cancers, healthier pregnancies for people, and also fertility if people are looking to get pregnant. Just losing some weight can really help with that process. Reducing joint damage and also gout. So there's just a few examples here, and maybe you can relate to this or know people who can relate to some of these, and how, again, just losing a little bit of the weight, which I know is not always easy to do, can really make a huge change. So why do diets fail? I know that many people that I talk to, including myself, had tried this and tried that, and I've tried this and I've tried them all. I hear that. I've tried them all. I'm not interested in anything. Nothing works for me. And the reason why diets fail is because diets, and what we're going to talk about tonight, the Shaklee 180 program is not a diet. I don't use that term. Diets, traditional diets, can lead to the loss of lean muscle and fat, leading to slowing your metabolism. And what we're going to talk about tonight with Shaklee 180 is clinically shown to reduce fat, but keeping the muscle. And that's an important point. It reduces the metabolic rate, resulting in easier regaining of the weight, which we're going to talk about in the traditional diet. It can lead to a vicious cycle of fluctuating weight and the yo-yo dieting. And I'm sure that maybe some of you can relate to that or know people who can relate to that. So you can see this vicious diet cycle where, we diet, we have that famine response, the fat falls off, we have the fasting response, and we repeat. And what happens in there, again, people are losing the fat, but they're also losing the muscle. So when the muscle comes back, it comes back as fat, and the fat hangs differently on the body than lean muscle does. All right, let's see. Okay, so, with the Shaklee program, I love this because it really addresses that, fad failed diet scenario that people often have. And you can see that it comes with a healthier future, as you see here, because what it's doing is burning the fat, not the muscle. We have many support tools, including me and our team, to help you. We have the Shaklee 180 support in the back office and places like that helps you to set your goals, plan healthy meals, tracking progress, and seeing results. So the BMI sometimes can be kind of controversial too, especially with bodybuilders and people like that. But it's a good place to start. If you don't know what your BMI is, there's many different easy ways to check it online, including our health print. So I will talk about that a little bit at the end. But with the BMI, you know, you're asking yourself, are you at a healthy weight? And you know, if you know what your BMI is, it's really something that helps you to calculate the body mass index. So check that out. And I'm going to talk again about the health print at the end. And if y'all think you might have a little background noise, there's a little bit of there's a mute button on your computer, on your phone. Go ahead and click that if you would. So then we won't have the background noise. Okay, so moving on, small to big results. And, you know, for some people, just, you know, the simple diet and lifestyle changes can really lead to big results in your health. I didn't have a ton of weight to lose, but the weight that I did lose, the 15 to 20 pounds, certainly made a difference in my overall health and well-being and as my husband, because I became a much happier, easier to be with person after I felt better. And we all know that when we have a cold, you know, we don't feel good and we might be a little bit more grumpy. So this helps with showing you portion control, clean eating, and also there's 20 minutes of daily exercise that we encourage people to have, you know, building into your day. Now, I have 2 dogs. A lot of you know that. I was just out tonight before I walked them, and I know that the temperature that we have in Oxford, Mississippi is not as cold as some of you northern people, but it was cold out, and I was running with my dogs just so we could get through the walk faster, and that gets my heart rate up, and that gets their heart rate up, and it's good for all of us. So just getting out for a little bit of daily exercise is beneficial. And so with this program, we also can help people with that change. Okay, I want to talk about the cleanse a little bit here. And the cleanse is a great, wonderful thing that I think that people should consider once a year. It really helps because we're always in our day-to-day with food, with cleaning products, with even other supplements other than Shaklee. You know, there's toxins that we're exposed to, things in the environment, perfumes and things like that, that we are breathing in, touching, eating, and digesting in different ways. And that can really lead to different toxins in our body that, you know, once a year, I think is important in a gentle, healthy way to cleanse out. And Shaklee has a wonderful 7-day cleanse that has these supplements involved in it. And what we are doing is coupling that in our Fresh Start program. Some of you have gone through the Fresh Start program. It's a wonderful, wonderful, healthy cleanse that is typically 5 weeks. We're trying something new and condensing it down to the 3 most important weeks of the cleanse. I think that when we're making a change, doing it for at least 21 days sets, you know, the stage for keeping that, you know, those healthy habits going. I took the training for Nidra Sar's Fresh Start cleanse. Gosh, it was probably 1.5 years ago now, maybe 2 years ago, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And because I've done the cleanse twice, and you should do it maybe once a year. So that's about right. And I'm about ready to do it a 3rd time with anybody that wants to be accountability partners with me January 3rd. But we're going to do this. And this is a program that was developed by a nutritionist in Shaklee, who's been with Shaklee for over 20 years. She's wonderful. And it's a lot about clean eating. And, you know, the first week with these supplements, a lot of fruits and vegetables and detoxifying, a lot of drinking of water with lemon in it, different things. And we walk you through the program. It's really a lot of hands-on from me and our team to help you be successful. And the people that have gone through the program, including myself and some of you on this call tonight, have lost pounds and pounds of weight over time, inches, gained energy. And for me, I've gained new mindset around sugar and carbs and cravings. And it really does work. It's a wonderful program. So the first week is this. And the second week is, I'm going to talk about, I guess, on the next slide, sorry. This is just showing you a little bit more about helping to eliminate the cravings with the healthy eating. So we have this cleanse kit that you would want to get with this. And then it talks about the different foods, fruits and vegetables and things like that that you'll be eating. And again, you get a lot of support from us. But the second part of that is our Shaklee 180 program that we couple it together. So at least 2 weeks, if you want to go on more, you can. But this is a wonderful, wonderful program that has some protein shakes, and it has some snack bars and some tea. And we have a supplement called Metabolic Boost that helps to boost the metabolism while reducing sugar and carb cravings. It's wonderful. And as you can see here, that the program has a secret ingredient, maybe not so secret, called leucine. And this is an amino acid that's been clinically shown to burn the fat while retaining muscle mass. So you can see here how typical diets lose that fat and muscle. And with Shaklee 180, you're designed to help lose that fat and keep it off. So you're not going to be yo-yo dieting. And you can see here, I added this little picture. This is 5 pounds of fat versus 5 pounds of muscle. And they're both 5 pounds on the scale, yet you can see the difference and how that's going to hang on the body and look on the body and feel on the body for that matter. So with the Shaklee 180 program, there's different products, and what I love about it is you can design it for yourself. You can pick and choose what you want. If we have wonderful shakes in the soy variety, which is a really great plant-based protein, but we also have whey. We have a non-soy option for people who can't tolerate the soy for whatever reason or are allergic to it. So there's different things, but you can see here that everything uses non-GMO protein, whether it be the soy or the whey. The leucine that I mentioned, nothing is artificial. So when you're taking a protein shake, often, if you're looking at the label, you're going to find things that are artificial flavors, sweeteners, preservatives, things like that. Our products are gluten-free. Many people want that and need that these days. And low glycemic, so it's not going to spike your sugar levels like a candy bar would or something with more, different sweeteners in it. It's going to keep it even. So it's going to give you that sustainable energy. Dr. Jamie McManus is our medical doctor at Shaklee, and I've heard her say at a convention that the Shaklee 180 program is the perfect food for people who have diabetes because of the blood sugar, and also if you're type 2 and looking to lose weight, it can help with that as well. So you can see here that we have different options, from the protein to the meal bars to the snack bars to that metabolic boost supplement, the energizing tea, which I just love. Every single day I have that. Just love it. And then we have some snack crisps, which are kind of fun if you want something savory. I like to have those with hummus. And then you can see here just a simple program. You actually get with the, where did I put it? I have it right in front of me. You actually get a program guide with our kits that I have here that has some sample recipes in it and different things that help you to, build success for your program. And then again, you get us and all the resources we have to help you with that. But you'll have program guides and different healthy meal options like this, which I just think looks delicious, where you have some, whole grains, 4 to 6 ounces of lean protein, unlimited vegetables, and then a healthy fat, because that actually helps to emulsify the fat-soluble vitamins that we're taking through our supplements, through our food. So all of that's really important. And you can see some examples there with the quinoa, which is one of my favorite, brown rice, range-free chicken, pork, wild-caught salmon, tofu, things like that. Beans and legumes are some of my favorites and easy to make. And then, of course, vegetables. The more color, the better. And then picking that healthy fat again. I love a little bit of avocado. Happens to be one of my favorites. So there's some options there to give you an idea what that looks like. There's a new Shaklee 180 study that came out a few months ago that I was really excited about, because it really showed how this program works, especially when you're coupling it with exercise. And we give you some options and some suggestions there that you can do right from home and that are pretty easy to build into your day. So this study, the results really confirm that the Shaklee 180 plus exercise was more effective than just exercise alone. And the subjects in the program were there for 6 months, that they lost an average of 14 pounds of excess body fat and more than 3 inches off of their hips. And then they also experienced significant improvement in blood pressure and glucose control as a result of the weight loss. So this is really, really important, because a lot of people are really working on those issues with their doctors, and maybe they're medicating because of it and then having the side effects, which often can be weight gain. So, it's kind of a cycle that people want to get off of, and this is a way to help you do that. So getting the most out of exercise. Exercise is really important. Move more, eat less is what they say, and then sometimes we need a little bit of a boost to help us with our metabolism. But with the exercise, you want to stay consistent and really in choosing things that you enjoy. Why exercise if you hate it, right? So there's many different ways that people can exercise, even from walking. Like I said, I walk my dogs. If you like to swim, that's really great, because it doesn't put that extra pressure on your knees if you're dealing with knee and joint issues. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention suggests that you should exercise at least two half hours every week. So I like to do a little bit more than that, but you can do that as a basis to start. Increasing your heart rate, choosing something that will increase that, and just a little bit of a walk around your neighborhood might do that for you. I'm not sure. Lifting weights, the resistance can help with bone density and things like that as well. And also supplement properly, smart supplementation with things that don't have the added stuff that we don't know about, something that's shown to really work, like Shaklee's is. And so this can really increase the need for nutrients with the exercising. And remember to start slow. And I like to suggest that because I know January 1st, everybody's got their gym memberships, the gyms are crowded, and everybody's out there doing as much as they possibly can, and then they burn out really fast or maybe hurt themselves. So, really start slow, maybe work with your doctor if you feel like, that's something that you need to really ease into. And I have some suggestions for people at different levels as well. So with the Shaklee 180 program, you also have this access to our tools in our member center, and there's many, including meal planning, portion control guidelines, healthy recipes, lifestyle tips, and then the fitness regimens that people have, that Shaklee has put together with the Pure Performance athletes. And I love these. You can do them at home. They do work you up a sweat, I promise, and maybe make you a little sore the next day because you work in different muscle groups, but they have some for different intensity levels. There's 3 different groups basically for if you're kind of at the lower intensity or impact, the middle, or the high. I suggest starting with low, and that's where I started, and it's still a really good workout. Clean eating tips. I know that this font is kind of small, but all of this is in your back office and different ways that you can incorporate clean eating and, just kind of learning, educating more on healthy eating and things like that, and incorporating different foods that maybe you're not used to into your diet. We also have a Naturally blog that also has some different tips and recipes and things like that you can subscribe to. And then here it gives you some more examples from the member center where you can have different ways to eating healthier and things that you want to cut out, like sugary sodas and sweetened drinks. And I really like to also mention the artificial sweeteners here for diet sodas and such. I just read a wonderful book that I recommend called Brain Maker. It's written by a medical doctor that talks a lot about the gut flora and things like that. But he talks about artificial sweeteners and how our body doesn't know what to do with them, and our gut doesn't know what to do with them, and it actually depletes the good bacteria in the gut, which we need, and from that our body ends up gaining weight. So diet sodas and diet drinks actually can have that opposite effect that people are looking for because our body just doesn't know how to process it. So you can see how you can substitute sugary cereals for high fiber, low sugar cereal, the packaged potato chips for raw almonds or something like that, white bread for 100% whole grain bread, white flour for whole wheat flour, blended vegetable oil for olive oil. I like extra virgin olive oil. Sugary snacks for fruits such as apples, bananas, and berries. Those have a little bit higher natural sugar in them. And processed foods like a jar of salsa for fresh foods, like fresh homemade salsa, which is really, really easy to make. And I have some recipes there I'd be glad to share. So step 3 is, getting healthier. And there's a couple different plans that you can couple with that cleanse if you wanted to do that and wanted to join us on January 3rd. This is one of the plans. This is something that a lot of people love to start with as a great foundation. Some of you have started there. Some of you do this every day. I do this every day, the Vitalizing Plan. And I just love it because it gives you that foundation for overall health. And like I said, this strip of vitamins called Vitalizer is what came out of that landmark study in 2007. And it's pictured here. You can get Vitalizer for women, for men, and for people over 50. And what you get in it is this green one is our multiple vitamin called Vital E. The yellow one is vitamin B for energy, mood, sugar cravings. It helps with that, stress, and vitamin C in a sustained release. This little guy here is our OptiFlora probiotic, which helps to replenish that good flora in our gut. And then also this purplish one is our omegas, which are great for brain health and heart health, joint health. It also has antioxidants in it and vitamin C for circulation. So you get all of this in something that's guaranteed to get where it needs to be in the body for optimal benefit before it breaks down. It's a really, really amazing little strip of vitamins that I highly recommend. And in this plan, you're also going to get a couple cans of our Life Shake, the flavors that you get to choose from. There's several, and it's a really, really great foundation for overall health. Starter kit, Shaklee 180 starter kit. I'm really, really excited about because this right now is on special. And as you can see here, it's on sale for $150 at the member price. And if you're not a member in Shaklee, this also gives you a free preferred membership on auto ship. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is normally $169.95. So you're getting some good savings there. And what this kit includes is 2 cans of our Life Shake. You get to pick your flavors. There's many to choose from. That metabolic boost supplement that I talked about earlier. The Vital E, which is just our basic multiple vitamin that comes in that strip. You can get that alone by itself. And then a box of snack bars, and you get to pick your flavor there as well. There's many different ones to choose from. I happen to be a chocolate girl, so I like the chocolate coconut the best. They're really good. So you get this, and this can be coupled with that cleanse program as well. In fact, I recommend this with that cleanse. If you're looking at the 3-week fresh start, this is a really great place to be. It also includes that step-by-step guide that I showed you that comes with different recipes and different things like that. So it's a really, really good plan. This is on sale right now through January 31st of next year. And we just announced this today, so I'm really excited. This is something that Shaklee surprised us with in the field, distributing field, now through the end of January. If I know many of you on the call tonight are already members in Shaklee, but if you have a friend or a family member that could benefit from these products like you have, please share with them, because with any product order now through January, they will get the 15% membership discount and a basic membership to Shaklee. So that's a really, really good deal. And then as you can see here, it says launch your Shaklee business with the purchase of any product and we'll waive the join fee. So with that, we have a distributorship, obviously, and I can talk more in detail with people that are interested in this. I'm just going to touch on it. But they also have a basic distributor kit that's normally $49.95. And if you're a member, it's $29.95 to upgrade. Plus, you would get a success pack, which there's a variety. One is with healthy weight, one's with our skincare. There's many different success packs to choose from. But that basic kit, the $49.95 kit, that fee is actually waived through the end of January as well. So talk to me if you're interested in that. The business is wonderful. And if you know people that might be looking for something on the side, extra income, maybe they're looking for, something for retirement, things like that. It's a wonderful company to partner with, and I'm glad to share more information on that. And if you're local, January 6th, we're going to have a gathering at my house, and we're going to be talking more about everything that's new in Shaklee for the new year, but including things on the business for those of you who might be interested in that. So I have a couple more slides left. The Health Print, if you're not familiar, is a wonderful way to find out your BMI that we talked about earlier. But it also gives you your personalized health assessment. Maybe you've taken this before and want to take it again. You can do that. It's free. It takes about 5 minutes. It's 20 questions. And at the end, like I said, you'll receive your personalized health assessment. And it's just a really great place to kind of check off, where you might be in your health, areas that you might want to work on. And then it also gives some product suggestions for people who are looking for that. And lastly, I just want to close before I share the little special for all of you guys, or the little gift I have for you guys for being on tonight. We have Use, Share, and Build. People join Shaklee for 3 reasons. Many of you are using Shaklee products and receiving better health benefits from it, more energy. Maybe you've lost weight with Shaklee. And so you're experiencing that through our membership and getting the discounts using the superior products. And for some people, they move into that sharing category. And again, you can do that with no fees on that right now through January. But the sharing category allows you to earn a bonus back just for sharing the products that you're using and loving with your friends. And I can share more details on that. And for some people, they want to build a business. And it can be really still a part-time amount of time you're putting in, but it can be full-time income coming back from that. And for me, what I see the business as, and Shaklee, and what it's evolved for me, is really just a way that I can serve, that I can be home with my family and serve them at home, but I can serve friends, family, customers, people with, teaching them about better health, educating in health chats like this, and contributing to my family income and doing that. So it's really a pleasure to be able to do that. I love it. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm glad to share more details with you guys for anybody that's interested. Our team is growing, and we're having a ton of fun doing it, helping other people through Shaklee. So if you want to chat about that, I'm happy to do that with you. So that's what I wanted to share as far as the health chat goes. Lastly, for just being on December 27th, in between, maybe taking a little bit of time from your family tonight to join us and learn a little bit of some ways that you can better your health in the new year, which I really, really thank you for being on tonight and taking that time for yourself. Tonight, I want to offer everybody $5 off in December on any product order of $50 or more. And that can be anything that you want. It could be things that we talked about tonight or anything else. I'm happy to share that with anybody in the Waterways group or Waterways team. So if you're not directly in my group, but you're in my team somewhere, then just talk to me or the person that invited you to look at this video. Now, if you are wanting to take advantage of that in December, just let me know by tomorrow night so I have to set that coupon up on your account for you, and then we'll get you going there, okay? So I'm going to stop what am I going to do? I'm going to stop the share. This is always my technical part. I got to stop that, and then I'm going to stop the recording, and I'll take some questions.